Hey everyone, it's Chris here at SLE Equipment here in Nashville, Tennessee. I have here a 8.5 by 12 concession trailer in pink with blackout trim. This trailer does come with a generator platform, electric brakes, 50 amp electrical package, city water fill, one 3,500 pound axle, one concession window, side entry doors on the passenger side, along with your concession window and pop-up concession table. You do have two rear barn doors for rear entry. This does have a sink package on the inside. I'm going to be going over how to hook up your electrical and fill your water, and just some general tips about the trailer. We're going to start here at the front with the 50 amp electrical package. Before plugging in your power cable, you want to make sure that the generator breaker system is turned off. Once you've made sure that those systems are off, you can then come over here and plug your cable in. You're going to push in, twist to the right, and then tighten this collar up. Once you're done with that, you can then turn on the breaker generator system. Once you're done with the system and you're ready to put everything up, you're going to turn off the breaker generator. You're going to come over here, loosen up this collar, push in, twist to the left, and then store the collar inside the trailer. Moving over to the city water fill. The door for that is on the passenger side. When you open up the door, you're going to see two orifices. You're going to see one that you can just drop your hose into to fill the tank on the inside, your reserve tank on the inside. On the other, you're going to take this rubber grommet off, and you're going to see you can thread a water hose in there. You're going to thread a water hose in there, and if the event provides city water, you can thread that hose in there, turn the water on, and have direct cold pressure to your faucets. If you want to have hot water and cold water but have direct pressure, you'll have to fill the tank and then let it do its cycle through the water pump to your hot water heater in order to have hot water with direct pressure. Coming over here to the axles, you're going to see a black rubber grommet in the center of your axle right there. You're going to pop that off, and you're going to see a grease fitting behind it. Depending on how often you're hauling the trailer or pulling the trailer, really depends on how often you should be greasing the axles. But I would suggest every 3 months. Also too, a good tip, if you're hauling the trailer long distances or you're hauling it pretty frequently, the next time you pull in to get some gas, just come out here and touch this hub. If it feels excessively hot, you should call a mechanic and have someone come out and look at it. You may have failure with the axle bearing or something like that. So again, always maintenance your axle. And a tip, touch the hub here, and if you feel excessive heat after long drives, you may have some issues, so call a mechanic. Moving up to the pop-up table, you can see I've already got it up. In order to put it down, you're just going to push these latches right here. It's a little hard to do one-handed, but we'll try it out like so. Drops down pretty easy like that. You do have a concession window, 2-pane concession window in there. Moving around to the back barn doors. I'll open it up real quick. This customer doesn't need any equipment installed, so it's just a open shell. Upon entering to the left, you do have 3 outlets on the wall, and on the right you do have 2 outlets, one on each side of the concession window. As you can see here, I have my plug tester plugged up. 2 lights tells me it's good. So I'm just going to run through each outlet real quick and just show you. Good. Good. Also, on the other side of the concession window, you do have your light switches for both inside and outside lights. You do have two LEDs around the concession window on the outside. Moving up here to the nose of the trailer, you do have your dishwashing sink and hand washing sink. Above that, you do have your breaker system, inverter, and fuse panel. Below is again your sink, both hot and cold. You can hear the water pump is running. That hum means it's working. I just started this trailer up, so you always want to give the water pump a couple of minutes to fill with water. See there, it's reading around 102. You can adjust the temperature on the face of the hot water heater. All your keys will be around here, along with your water key door and the keys to your concession door and the rear door, or the side door, sorry. Moving over to the hand washing station, you also have hot and cold as well. The switch for your water pump is on the face of the cabinet to the right. Right now it's in the on position. As you can tell, you could hear it running. If I switch that off, you will have some water come out in the remaining line, but you can't hear the water pump humming. So I know it's off. Beneath the cabinets, you do have locking cabinet doors. Down here to the right, you do have all your plumbing as far as water heater, water pump, and drains for the sinks and your freshwater tank as well. As you're going to see here, you do have a dial on the face of your water heater right here that you can adjust the temperature, either hotter or colder. Down here, your water pump does run on 12-volt system, much like your lights. So even if the trailer is not plugged in to the 50 amp electrical source, it will still let you run the water pump and the lights. Moving down here to your weatherization knobs, you'll see you have 3 knobs in series down here. The one furthest back, closest to the tank, is the knob that allows water to flow from the tank to your system. The second knob in the middle runs to an outlet underneath the trailer, so if you want to drain the tank, you would turn that knob in line with the system. So when weatherizing, what you want to do, if the temperatures get below 32 degrees, you want to weatherize these trailers. And the way you would do that is you would drain as much water out of the tank by leaving that furthest knob open. You'll open this middle knob, draining the water out of the tank. Once you've drained as much water out of the tank, what you're going to do is you're going to turn the knob off to the tank, turn the knob off to the outlet running through your floor. You're going to take an air compressor set to below 30 psi. You're going to come inside with an air hose. Hook that air hose up to this air hose fitting right here. As you'll see, there's a knob in line with that. You can use that knob as a pressure regulator. Before pushing air through your system, come up here and open both hot and cold on your faucets. Once you've done that, go ahead and start pushing air through the system with that knob right there. Ease it open, letting air through the system, pushing all the water to the faucet and out. Slowly open it until you feel comfortable that it's not going to damage anything. While it's pushing air through your system, go ahead and come up here to your hot water heater, and you're going to see on top you have this small tab. You're going to flip that tab up and let the air push through that system, your water system, through your water pump, through your hot water heater, and up and out through your faucets up here. Once you've ran the compressor at least 2 cycles, depending on the size of your tank, or if there's no more noticeable water coming out of the faucets, go ahead and disconnect your air hose, close that valve up, and then go ahead and open the valve for your tank back open and keep the valve to the outlet closed. And then close the one on your hot water heater. Once you've done that, you've then weatherized your trailer. This is really important to do anytime the weather gets below 32 degrees because these things are insulated, but not as much as a house would be, so they are susceptible to freezing. So if the temperatures get below freezing, it will freeze either your water pump, hot water heater, or your fixtures up here on your sinks. So if you ever have questions, feel free to call. Again, weatherize this anytime you're not going to be using it, or the temperatures are going to be below freezing, or at the very least have some sort of system to keep this out of the weather. Middle cabinet just allows you access to your tank, and over here in the last cabinet I have your power cable and your remote for your AC up there, along with your 12-volt battery which runs your lights and your water pump. I've only been running this trailer for about 30 minutes, so the AC's only been running for a couple of minutes, but currently it's set at 60 and it's coming out at about 55 to 63, somewhere in that ballpark. Again, this is a 8.5 by 12 pink and blackout trim with a generator platform, 3500 axles, 50 amp electrical package, and a freshwater hookup. If you have any questions, feel free to call. My name is Chris up here at SLE Equipment. Thanks and have a good day.